Happy New Year.
To a new year and a new house.
Cheers. To start us off, thanks to our builder, Justin, for getting us this wonderful champagne.
Agreed, yes.
It was a great surprise when we signed the contract that he dropped by a bottle of champagne, and we decided what a better way to start the new year and start the house construction than to pop open a bottle of bubbly and celebrate.
A lot of our viewers, yes, all 17 or so of them,
Thanks, Mom.
have been asking us how we came up with the name Aveō.
So Aveo is a take on the word Avalon, and the reason why we picked the name Aveo was because one of the prior owners, going back to I think sometime in the early 1900s or maybe even late 1800s, owned the property and a number of the parcels around it, and she called it Avalon. And so as a result of that, I thought, well, that was kind of a nice tip of the hat to take something that somebody had previously called it and then kind of find a way to enhance / make it our own and call it Aveo. That's where the name Aveo comes from in building Aveo. The reason why there's not a little decorative line above the O on YouTube is because when you do that on YouTube, it does an exact match on it. And if you don't spell it just right, and most people don't know how to put that line above the O, we won't show up. So that's why it's just building Aveo with just a regular old O instead of the O with the line across the top of it. You want to say hi? Can you look over there to the camera? We're staying in a hotel today because it's New Year's Eve, and Fido is very afraid of fireworks, and so we're taking him someplace that we thought would isolate him from more fireworks because he doesn't like them at all. We haven't had a video in a while, mostly because there hasn't been a whole lot of exciting and interesting things to talk about. So there has been some activity though around the house. We've gotten a lot of stuff planned with the demo.
We had some interesting series of events that happened to the house too. We've been going up to the house every now and then to check on it, make sure everything's still there, that it's still standing.
That'd save us a lot of money if it wasn't.
True. And just in general to check up on things around the house. Well, we did go back up one time, and we found that the door connecting the garage to the house had been what appeared to be kicked in or somehow broken in, forcefully enough to splinter part of the door.
A solid wood door splintered.
Yep. And flung the door handle across the room, probably 30, 40 feet or so.
The good news is we had already taken almost everything out that we wanted out of it. The only things we didn't have out were the countertops. I went up there that morning to let the contractor in that was going to actually remove the countertops for us, and that's when I found that this had happened. The only other thing that they did was they actually stole the thermostat.
However, after this whole little incident, we did set up a security camera, and we had it perfectly angled to capture anybody's license plate, or if a contractor vehicle was showing up, to also capture the company name. After catching a bunch of interesting things and not so interesting things, we did kind of deduce that it seemed to be that the Demolition company was the one that showed up, because another vehicle and a group of people did come back, and we saw that it was the Demolition company. So we thought that since they were the ones that showed up again, it was probably them that showed up the prior day and removed the items from the house, which would make sense since I do think they have salvage rights as part of their contract. However, nobody gave them the green light to go ahead and say, well, the house is ready to be demoed, so go ahead and salvage what you want out of there. It has always been a concern of mine that since we do have the demolition permit up on the house, and the fact that the builder has his sign out front, that it's basically a sign to anybody driving by saying, hey, this house is vacant, and if you want to steal something, it's free game. We were thinking of having a demo sale where we would just basically open up the house to whoever, let them come in for a period of time, kind of like a yard sale, and name their price on whatever item they wanted at the house. But we ended up figuring that it wasn't worth the time, and the return on the money we would get wasn't going to be a lot.
We did break some walls though on Sunday.
We did, yeah.
Which was kind of fun and kind of therapeutic and kind of sad at the same time.
It was sad in the fact that nobody had the bright idea to bring a sledgehammer, and all we used were little, small, normal size hammers. And the biggest hole that we were able to punch was about like an inch in diameter.
Meh.
Yeah, but it was fun, and I did not find the treasure I was hoping to find hidden in the walls.
No, still gonna have to pay on that mortgage. As we said, the demolition is still moving forward. We did get the first like real step in progress this week, actually yesterday. They came in and started cutting down the trees in the back of the lot, which there's a lot of trees back there, and they were all very unhealthy. So before anybody gets upset about how many trees we just slaughtered, be aware that they were all unhealthy and they all needed to come down. Now that we have the back of the lot it's not really clear. The trees are clear, but some of the underbrush is not cleared yet.
Yeah, the perimeter of the lot is still needs to be cleaned up.
Yep, and that won't be until sometime next week before they'll be in to clean out the rest of the perimeter and then start scraping the house and the pool and all kinds of fun things like that. So very exciting though to get that portion of the build going, because once that the house is gone and you can kind of stand on the front and look to the back of the lot, I think it's gonna be very exciting. It's gonna feel very, very real then. We'll try to do these videos more often now that things are actually progressing forward on the project. We'll be starting the build here by the end of the month. And demo will be done, like I said, hopefully by the end of next week. So we'll keep showing you some new footage, some new videos. So if you haven't already subscribed, please make sure you subscribe. We're gonna be posting stuff, may not always be these long videos, it may just be a quick drone shot of what's going on the property. But we will definitely be doing more posting as we keep moving forward.
Be sure to follow us on Twitter, Building Aveō.
We'll see you next time.